I've been feeling just a little bit low. Got to get back to the show and we'll fly. Yeah. You don't have to feel like you're on your own. No one should have to dance alone, not tonight. For somebody to make memories in the bank forever in time. There's no reason to be hard to find, 'cause we've already lost our mind. You and me, we're gonna write a little history. You and me, just show me love and then you'll see. Memories that we make, they are never gonna fade for a lifetime. We don't give no day if you pressure crashing over me. I understand you're losing patience, cause it feels like an eternity. Just think of the foreign cars and those golden stars on the sidewalk. We'll throw all the bills away, cause that shit's all paid. It's exciting. So won't you tell me, what are you thinking? Let me pick apart your mind. If you feel the way I do, tell me, won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now? You've been telling all your friends that I don't treat you like you think I should. But you know that, girl, I warned you that this life with me is not secure. Just think of the foreign cars and those golden stars on the sidewalk. We'll throw all the bills away, cause that shit's all paid. It's exciting. So won't you tell me, what are you thinking? Let me pick apart your mind. If you feel the way I do, tell me, won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now? You say you're tired, and I say, darling, it's alright. The sun will come out before we're old, we'll get it right. And we were falling like stars, and there was hope within your eyes. But we were younger then, we'd never be apart. We're just people, we're just people. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes we get it wrong. We're just people, we're just people. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes we get it wrong. Can't touch the ground, and your head is underwater. I would dive in for you before you drown. And you're asking me why. Well, life's a roller coaster. I cannot answer that, but I'll help you realize we're just people. We're just people. Sometimes it's
Good evening, everyone. Tonight is the second previous year tournament of day 3. Well, on the EU server, it's going to be one heck of a fight, I have to say, and we have a lot of people waiting in the room already. So let's actually go through what we are going to be expecting tonight. Not going to talk too much about the logistics of this tournament. I presume if you don't know the details, then do watch my first stream on the EU server about the previous skill tournament in the autumn season this year. So basically, the first 2 stages are double eliminations in the best of 3. Tonight, it will be a single elimination played the best of 5 until we reach the grand final, which will be a best of 7. There are 8 teams in this bracket, and I won't be streaming the 3rd place match, but it will be held, actually. So, for those of you who don't know what it means by the double elimination, the graphics here, hopefully it's explaining the details good enough. And if you don't know what it means by an 8-team single elimination, this is the graphic for the for you to refer to. And the number of cups is not as complicated as in the APAC and the NA server. The increment of the cups is not very high for stage 2 and a little bit higher for stage 1. So you have to make sure you get the first place in stage 1. Stage 2 also important to get the first place considering how many teams are participating this season. And stage 3 the gap is slightly wider. But it's not the end of the world if you get like the 2nd place tonight. There is still a chance for you to get into top 8, although the competition is really, really fierce. I do fear that some of the really good teams might be left out in the end. Well, anyway, this is the autumn season timeline. Very good overview of the entire season. We are currently at the previous skill tournament stage, and once we know the ranking of the clans, then we will separate them into the top echelon, middle echelon, and lower echelon, and we will follow mostly the professionals tournament, provided that Wargaming allows me to do that. So, the top 4 of the professionals tournament will then qualify to the Blitz Ultimate Cup, not the Blitz Premier Cup. And the prize pool for each region is an extraordinary $50,000 US. So a lot of money is up for grabs. So hopefully teams will show us their very best in order to reach that target. The top 3 will actually get their clan avatars, and there are a lot of clans that might be contesting for the in-game avatars. It's a really prestigious prize, and I believe BPS doesn't have one yet, and I think they have like one of the best odds to get the clan avatar. But then there is also the pink team, which might get an avatar, and also potentially there is Serenity that could also get the avatar. APA that could get the avatar, so on and so forth. A lot of clans that I haven't mentioned here, they don't have an in-game avatar yet. The reigning champions endgame will fight to defend their title, but it's not going to be an easy fight for them, based on the performance of lots of clans this year. So if you're wondering the schedule of the tournament, this is the October schedule, and tonight is Halloween, and also the 3rd day of the 2nd previous skill tournament. Just take notice of the purple rectangles, and the tabs also show the next previous skill tournament will start on the Wednesday, and finally will end on the 8th of November. And I think this day there will be a lot of competition, a lot of tears, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat. We will be seeing who will get the top 8 and the top 6 in the end. And then on the 14th, I hopefully will be following mostly the challenge, the professionals tournament. but the 17th and the 21st of November will be the most strenuous, the most laborious days in professional tournament, as there will be 3 best-of-7 games in one night. So teams need to be prepared for these 2 nights. Streamers as well, so that they don't wear out as they commentate. And I have to prepare for these 2 days as well, for a really long stretch. Hopefully, I hopefully will be following all the entire week. This is going to be quite an endurance battle for me, but hopefully I can withstand. My energy won't be dwindled very quickly. Just pray for this this really stressful week. It will be a long stretch of tournament games, but they will be really exciting to watch. That's for sure. Tonight's bracket is going to be a really tough bracket. This is also the group of death here. We will follow Vale's bracket, and they will potentially face Win. Why I say it's one of the deadliest, or as I say, the most competitive group this evening is that Vale, Win, and Serenity were in Blitz Premier Cup, and then POG. This is the wildcard team that you do not want to underestimate. They've knocked out Vale in the semi-final in the first previous skill tournament, day 3, winning 3-0. They could make the same upset again tonight against Serenity, and they would love to make that upset because they don't have the best seeding. They are ranked 3rd in the seeding this group. In this group, you also see Serenity and POG being tied in the first place with the same number of cups. So one of them tonight will have to drop down the leaderboard. Vale, unfortunately, the upset on the first previous skill tournament, when they finish 3rd, means that they have to work really hard, and at least they have to win the entire group in order to have a slight sliver of chance at getting top 8. I mean, they finished 4th in Blitz Premier Cup, so at least they can be really strong in this situation. They can be a really strong team, so you don't want to underestimate Vale tonight. And then Win, they're coming up through their ranks. They're gradually coming back to their best form. They went really close against the pink team in the first previous skill tournament, and they definitely would love to beat Vale. They did that in Blitz Premier Cup. I think they won Vale 3-1. So again, this is a best of 5. Will Vale get their revenge tonight, or will Win continue their win streak against Vale? We'll find out. We'll find out tonight on the stream, and you will get really exciting games tonight. Please don't lose your concentration while following my stream. This is going to be one heck of a night, and I'm sure you will enjoy it a lot. Alright, so let's go into the lounge and let's see what other groups we have tonight. We have Egpa and SNTY, those 2 really good clans. And then Group 12, we have Endgame potentially facing A1M1 in the finals. And then Group 2, we have BPS, Cash, MFG, LGN, all vying for that top spot. But BPS would definitely feel the pressure a little bit because they're down by clan rating. Hopefully they will get the win tonight and continue to be in the, hopefully we'll get into top 8. And this is the group we are following. I've briefed you what to expect here. Group 4, we have BPS, the Gravitas team, and they could potentially face Steamo or the second team of Quick in the semi-final. And Group 5, we have this is also another good group to follow, and I believe Fujit is streaming this group. And then we have TDT, Charm, Jokes, all 3 really good clans. Charm and Jokes, the matchup yesterday was really a joy to watch. So also follow Fujit's stream. And then Group 6, we have Immortals, PW and Z, that are good teams to watch. Group 7, we have ASN, U3 BPA, Hagi, those three really strong teams as well. Interesting to follow. Either one of them will have to drop down the leaderboard tonight, sadly. Group 8, we have Raid, TKT, potentially Oxygen as well. Good teams to follow. Group 9, the first team of Quake, IMTLS, Wagmi Chai Raiders. Potentially IMTLS could benefit from this draw. And then Group 1, finally, we have the Prank team, Prof, TRNMT, and Phoenix. Another difficult group for Pink, and Prof definitely losing out in the grand final yesterday. They would like to make sure they don't fluff, or they don't kind of drop more cups tonight. They are really looking to get that top 8, if not top 16. So on the leaderboard on the right, as you're seeing on my stream, currently tied the first place with 90,681 cups are Serenity, Raid, Endgame, Jukes, two teams of BPS, APA, usually BPA, ASM, POG, TTT, IMCOS, and the Pink team. And then we have Prof with 90,475 cups at the 14th place, Zenith, Legion, Wagmi, Igpa, Chai Raiders, Phoenix, and a couple of other clans that are tied with 90,267 cups. So this leaderboard could change drastically after tonight. So we will find out what the standings are after all games of tonight have finished. And will we see fewer teams tied with the same number of cups? As we can see, U3BPA and also ASN are in the same group, so either one of them will drop down. And then we have TTT, which is in a tough group as well. They have to beat, and also Jokes are in the same group, so either one of them also will have to drop down from the leaderboard. And IMTOS, as I said, also is in a tough group, and they have to win all the opponents that they're going to be facing tonight, and that includes U3B. Oh no, not U3BA. I just kind of messed up a little bit, but you know the story. So yeah, potentially we could see. We can see around 4 clans that could potentially drop down, and as well, POG and Serenity are in the same group, so also either one of them will drop down. So at least 3, if not 4 clans in currently tied with 90,681 cups will drop down the table tonight. Right, so hopefully you have a good idea, a good understanding of what to expect tonight, and the room is up, and we will go in now. It's going to be Veil versus OMW, where at the moment they have 5 players here. We only have 1 minute left to go, so hopefully more will show up. But Veil, we will have Max Verstappen. He was in Turks last season, I believe. And then we also have Average Market Fan in the Crown Wagon. Alexandra, I don't think they are the same person. I think they are different. They are different people. And then we have this person here, which I would call him Felix. I believe he's Felix. If I'm right here, I believe I'm right about this. He is Felix, and he will get in the STB1. He is also known as Kawado, so I'm going to call him Felix for now. And then Ego Chihi, the Creatura, and Yori 12 will be in the Type 71s. And we will go in, but OMW Della is not readying up, so potentially what they're doing is they're trying to give Veil a technical victory here. And it's going to be the case, so that in this situation, best of 5, OMW has given a technical victory to Veil, and we have 1-0 result already. if it continues this way, Vale could win. Vale could directly advance to the semi-final without playing any matches, and that's not a good show for OMW. Hopefully, they will have more people show up. At least they should play one match. I think Wargaming will not allocate cups to OMW tonight if they give the technical victory to Vale, and more people show up. So that means OMW potentially will play this round. Yes, I think they will. They will play this match. They already have five people ready. So, and now they have 6. So we're going to be seeing a match from Vale versus OMW, but Vale already has a win because of the technical victory. Oh, it will be interesting to follow now. Just hoping it's showing the right score line as we go into this match. And hopefully you can hear me nice and loud. Please let me know if there are issues with the audio. Sometimes I could forgetfully unmute myself. I mean, sometimes I can forget to unmute myself, or I don't know with the sound text and so on. Things could happen. And I can see my stream that the game is looking fine, and we are in on Dynasty's per second match because Vale has already won the first match through a technical victory, and it was a really hard fought technical victory, I am aware. People say fish on the chat. Alright, we'll go up high and see Vale, red team from the north spawn, and OMW with a tank down inherently from the south spawn going to A, but with Felix in the STB1, looking to go straight into C, or maybe he would get the spots up. Yeah, this is the bush that you will try to get spots from, but he will go to C. And STB1's gun depression has been buffed, so this bush there can be a really good bush to hold down. Oh, but we can see Vale going quite aggressive. They're trying to get B as well. They're trying to really bring the cap lead to their favor. But we're seeing shots coming from everywhere. And there is a lot of bleeding happening on Pigeon. Already down to 1,137 hit points here. And Vale will successfully get B. And it's going to be OMW that needs to make the rotation. But Vale is also bleeding a lot. EOG here is quite low now. So at the least, OMW might not be in, well, might have a chance actually, but they also bled a lot with a couple of their tanks here, and we can see Felix trying to flank from behind, and I think he's now spotted. They are aware of this issue there. Pigeon is ready for this. Oh, both of them bounced here. Unfortunately, Felix dropping the adrenaline, lands the next shell here, but Pigeon looks to land that shell onto Felix, and it will be the case. On the other hand, we are seeing Vale making a bait push from the middle side. They have already killed one of the tanks there, and Felix is trying to get Pigeon out of the way. Oh, but that was a really big shot from behind by Zake. Unfortunately, I don't think that will be enough. Felix, oh, down to a one-shot bait shot from Della. But look at this, Vale just absolutely dominating. And what is this from Max? Absolute scenes right there. Max barely survives from trampling onto this tank, and oh well, it was an interesting rim from Vale, and Max Verstappen just pretty much lying on top of the other tank, killing that tank as a result, himself barely surviving. It would have been a really funny scene to watch, but look at this, Vale not feeling any pressure at all. 4 tanks doing 2K, and OMW, they've tried their best. One of the tanks got highest damage of the entire battle. It wasn't enough though. They really need that 7th player here, and hopefully that 7th player will show up and we will see some really strong matches from them. I mean, they have potential, to be honest with you, but the punctuality of some of the players here tonight is not ideal. So we will now go to Navy Frontier now. Vale on the match point, and we could see Vale changing their lineups. So is OMW here. OMW going for a really interesting lineup here. We are potentially seeing double 268s. They're really not going for that the hit points. They will be under a big hit point pool disadvantage if they take a lot of 268s. But potentially they could forfeit this match if they only have 4 players ready here. We'll wait and see if SEO is going to ready up, but I don't know. Vale is ready with quadruple Type 71s, double AMX50Bs, and 1 STB1. And I don't think SEO wants to get ready. He hasn't pressed the button, or they haven't pressed the button. And it's going to be a 7 versus 5, I believe. And it will be a 7 versus 5. OMW definitely not trying to grab a win in this one, so Vale should be able to win this one quite quickly, I suppose. I mean, look at the hit point pool difference, already more than 6,000 hit points of difference. Surely Vale can't mess this up, could they? And we'll see about the Sheridan trying to get a spot, get Matt spotted up, but that shot didn't land anywhere. Could only land and hit the mountain there, maybe causing a mini landslide there. Hopefully no casualties are observed. We could see Vale actually just going straight push. They're trying to get Demon out of the way, and no, they're trying to run away from this terrible situation. Not sure, and you're already saying hi to me, I believe, but they're just going. What are they doing? They're just completely ignoring that Type 71 for now. I mean, maybe they're just not trying to focus fire at all, but when we could see this tank goes down and Demon's just trying to run away. Oh, average Malkavan gets the Sheridan out before a big shot hits him. So we could see Zeke couldn't really penetrate the shells onto those Type 71s here. Max Verstappen's quite low, but that also didn't penetrate because La Creatura's causing all sorts of problems from the shielding. And finally, we have Della, the last person standing, and this is surely going to Vales. And thank you for 26 people watching already, and hopefully we'll get more when the more competitive games show up. But Vale quite convincingly beat OMW 3-0, and OMW, hopefully they will have the entire team show up on our days. That is not good enough, unfortunately. And brilliant. So we have so much time left. We will play some matches here. I'm just trying to grab all the birthdays I have on tier 10. And there are 2 actually, so I'm going to play the Object 140, not 130, 140 first, and we'll go to Biggest Light next, so I'm going to change the screens. Now, hopefully we'll get into the battle quickly here. Ah, we could see some irony happening in the chat there. It was impressive winning 7.6, I agree, so... So hopefully I don't mess up this match and embarrass myself on the stream. I haven't been playing this tank for a really long time, so God knows whether I still remember how to play this tank, but we'll see about this. Well, I'm going to leave this. And there is a Type 71 that is isolated, I think. We can try and rush that tank. Well,
enemy armor is damaged. We didn't even scratch them. One of our tracks is damaged. We've damaged them. We didn't penetrate their armor.
yep. Ah! That was bad. Right, so there are TDs. That's why I didn't just like go push on, because yeah, didn't know whether the TDs will have the line of fire there. Oh my lord, Agrula's going to die. Ah, that was a good kill.
Track hit. Enemy armor is hit.
That is going to be a bit tricky. But I think I can rush this there. I don't think their star is able to get me.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Gotcha!
Don't think I've done a lot, but it's a win, so it's good. Our team did good, so that's good. Everything is good. So we will say. Okay, I got the second most damage in my team, so that's brilliant. But I don't have a lot. I don't get a lot of XP from this match, and Wargaming has removed all my ammo from this tank. I'm going to give the tank back the ammo they need. There we go. Oh. Peter is on the other team. This is going to be one heck of a fight, I have to say. I assume every matches have finished, so that is why he is playing at the moment. But we will see. Who is going to prevail? And he's in the gorilla.
We've damaged them. Enemy armor is damaged.
Oh, he's there. Right. Oh.
Penetration. Ammo rack is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow. Enemy armor is hit. The gunner's injured. You'll have a hard time hitting anything.
Ooh, that is not looking good.
Hit. We've had it.
Oops.
Everybody out.
Should have run away. Should have not engaged in that conversation. Should have run away, to be honest. But anyway, things happened. Right, yeah. Should have run away. Just got a bit too aggressive there. So I'm just going to play another match as we wait. we still have a lot of time to spare, so I think we will go into Yati 4 or 5. I have to see if I can remember how to play this tank. We are here.
Let's get this show on the road.
I'm going with the mediums actually. I generally don't treat this tank as a TD because it has a turret. Definitely. I'll see if it works that way. But that will add lots of dynamic, or is it a lot of firepower to this side? Oh, let's see them trying to get aggressive.
Enemy armor is damaged. The driver's injured. We didn't even scratch them. We've damaged them.
Ooh, that wasn't a good start for me, but managed to kind of cripple the T100 LT. That is pretty much the objective, I would say. But we lost the tank so far forward. No. Yeah, I can't pretty much push. This is me pretty much a one-shot, and just hoping that I will get C. Just hold here for a moment, and hopefully I'll get some crossfire from this angle. Just going to get the reload. Just waiting here.
Enemy hit.
No. Oh, hello. Let's see. Oh my god. That is going to be a tall order for me. Not sure if that panned, but this is not looking good at all. I don't know what to do.
Enemy armor destroyed.
That was a bit of a careless mistake from the opponent. If they dare to peek out tonight, we have a shot.
We damaged them.
And do they dare to peek out again? Hopefully they will. Oh no.
Bail out. This vehicle has had it.
Didn't take that into factor, but I don't think we're going to win this one. Well, anyway. Anyway, let's play the fingers light again. It wasn't a really good match, so apologize. Having a bit of a rough patch here so at the moment. So we're going to try this again. Let's see if this is working.
Let's go.
And then run away. And there is the M103. Oh my god, there is the Waffenträger. Just seems like, oh my god. And I actually have a shot there.
Enemy
Thank you.
vehicle destroyed.
Thank you for the spots, Leopard 1. That was very brave of you. Hopefully you can survive. That kind of aggression is worrying me, but I can just go straight into the Predator. Well, that got taken out really quickly. I should kind of help the TVP because we can actually win the desert side. So there are only 2 tanks that are not spotted. God knows where they are. We lost to the Leopard 1, being really dangerously aggressive. But I am too, so let's go in and take this bloody tank out. Yeah, that was a bad shot.
Penetration. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Thank you, and we go in.
Enemy armor is hit.
No.
Penetration.
Death Star is aiming at me, so
Enemy armor is hit.
that was some great teamwork with the TVP there. Thank you. Didn't do a lot of damage, but at least we got this far. All right, so now is the time to follow to see if we have the results of other teams now. Okay, I'm just a bit scared, but we will see now. And you're saying Serenity's going to win this one, so I'll trust you on that, and hopefully we will see Serenity in the final at the very least, and see their beautiful game. the next team you think would win would be Win. So you're thinking that Win would beat Vale in the semi-final. But have they qualified to the semi-final here? And it seems we're going to go from the start. So it ends 3-0 to Hank, Prof, TRMT, and Phoenix. These 4 clans are going to be in the semi-finals. Group 2, we have Cash beating MFG 3-1, BPS through, LGN through, and M1A1S through with 3-0 wins. And then we have Group 3, where Win, SNTY, and POG are through, also with 3-0 wins. After that, we have Group 4 with BPS, Devo, and UZ all getting 3-0 wins, and we're waiting for Hat Pill match. And TDT 1-3-1. Charm, Crowley, Jugs all through 3-0 in Group 5. Okay, next we have Group 6. 7 PTC got beaten by BTD 3-1. Otherwise, we have 3-0 from Immortals and 3-0 from PWNZ. Next we have ASN, Ego, U3BPA, all through so far. Raid, DM, TQT, and Oxygen are through. All 3-0 wins. Group 9 we have Quake, IMTLS, LarkMe, and Chai Raiders all through to the semi-finals. Group 10 we have APA, 0GT, and Zenith. Group 11 we have Jesus, Booty, and SNRG. Group 12 HJRZZ, UniQQ, and A1N1 through. Okay, so that is all we need to know. And so I'm going to refresh my screen and see if we have more results coming through. So we will have to see about Group 4 first. Group 4. They're still playing at the moment. And then Group 5, 6. Group 6, how did it end? 3-2 to Punisher. That was really, really close. And they will be facing PWNZ. Hagi 3-2, also a really close game there. And Hookto has won 3-2 against Krong, and they're through to the next round in Group 10. Okay, so we're just waiting for one more match, one more game to finalize from Group 4, and it's still going on. I think this is going to take a really long time. They definitely have gone to tiebreaker, but we don't exactly know the scoreline. So we still have time. And maybe what we can do now is to update the number of cups. So I believe we don't have any upsets so far. Oh, where is EQ? Oh, EQ lost, so EQ is out, so got that in. Hardy is through. Immortal is through. Through. Crowley is through as far as I'm aware. They will be facing against Jokes next, and Legion are through. TQT are through, I think. Yeah, they're through. I believe Ego is through us, I think. Yep, they're through. Hawk through. 7 PDC out. Charm through. Don't know about Hat Pillar at the moment. IMTOS. How are they doing? They're through. Oh, TRT and K. Oh, sorry. Didn't catch that. Right, so let's see if we have any more results from that pillar. Oh, they lost to O, and they're out tonight. Okay, so we have a couple of teams that are dropping further down the leaderboard. I don't think the leaderboard has changed much, actually, and it remains in this way. So we could see some more teams dropping out, but we don't know exactly which ones are. So as of now, so we still have around 17 minutes left to go. So there is still a lot of time to spare. I don't think I'm just shaking a lot when I'm playing light tanks tonight, so I'm not going to play that. Going to be going with a bit of super heavy here. Hopefully that will be a good night for me in these tanks. Not super heavy per se, but the heavy tanks, the typical heavy tanks, and let's go in. No, I won't be streaming Raid versus DM Chris. I'll be streaming Veil versus Win next. And this is going to be a group that we will all be expecting to unfold upon our eyes. So let's wait until the room is up. We still have about 16 minutes to go, so there is still a lot of time to spare. So I will be playing around like
Let's go.
3 matches, and then I probably will go into the room. That was really tight shot. That was a really tight shot, but it really hit. Oh, the 50M didn't hit. So I was in trouble, but at the moment it's fine.
We didn't even scratch them.
Oh, I got shot from the left. Didn't know that.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yeah, it will be a bounce. Oh. Yeah. Bit of a in trouble now. I don't think Type 70 will be able to get the gun down to shoot me.
Enemy armor is hit.
Not activating that consumable because not sure whether the tanks will be definitely out of cover. And I'm just waiting for that moment to appear. Apparently we have 2 AFKs. Well, that is not nice, I have to say.
We've damaged them. Gotcha! The gun's damaged. It's working, but not very well. Frag hit.
God, this is going to be really tough. I don't have the gun depression, but that's just bad.
We've damaged them.
And then there is the E50M running free reign from our spawn. But at least I got to hit something. But that's good. Let's get into another tank and see. IS4. Let's go for this now. Three mediums. I'm going to go with the mediums here. Yeah. I'm going to follow them. Well, that would be a bit ironic if the heavies go to the desert and the mediums go to A. That would be really ironic. To be honest with you, just can't wait to give up on going there. I support you wholeheartedly. Once again, 2 AFKs. Hang on, Conway. Oh, what a ram that was from the T100. What are you doing there? Oh dear, that is really not good. Well, I can't teleport, can I? Unfortunately, we have 2 AFKs, so what can we do here? Well, the Conway did something, so that's actually not the worst thing to happen. I think that Conway is quite salty about this, and I understand why. That was really understandable. Should I have died in this situation? Nothing you could do, sadly. Can I ram that? No. Ah, that was not a good shot from the IS-7. Yep. We might be winning this, and the 50M has gone alive. Is now alive, I mean, right? And the IS-7 there.
Great shot.
Oh dear. Both. That, I mean, my bounce and the IS-7 dying cringe moments, would say.
Enemy armor is hit.
I'm not sure what the i7 is doing here. Just giving me 3 shots, I think. And the enemy's not capturing B. Very interesting.
Enemy armor is damaged.
What is the i7 even doing there? Not even going into cover. Now they are going into cover. But already took 3 shots from me. I'm not sure if the Death Star is going to hit me for a lot of damage. I'm just going to go really... Oh, they're there.
We're immobilized. We've damaged them.
Yeah, i7 just come to me.
Enemy armor is hit.
Brawl me when you have low hit points. That is worthy sight that we are all here for.
We didn't penetrate.
Oh,
armor.
that was embarrassing. Sorry, sorry, viewers.
Enemy armor is hit.
Yeah, we're in deep trouble.
Got him.
I'm not stuck here, am I? No, I'm not stuck here. But can these tanks hang on? Come on, come on, hang on, I'm coming. In the slow IS-4, what more can you expect? I can't teleport again. Once again, I have to repeat, I can't teleport. Yes, yes, go down, Grilla. Grilla, that's good. Shout! And that Death Star obviously will miss me because that was a really difficult one. Oh, that was a good kill. Really good kill there. But we need the caps.
We've damaged them.
Just a bit worried. I'm just going to go in this situation. Getting the... Oh, that was bad. Oh, yeah. I really need that kill. Oh no. No, Grilla, what are you doing? Oh, I can't be this alone, sorry. And fortunately, I'm on a string of defeats today. Unless I'm able to kill that Death Star.
We've damaged them.
Maybe I will stand a chance. Maybe I don't. Maybe is it too late?
Got him.
Is it too late? I'm just a bit worried it's a bit too late now.
We didn't even scratch them.
Nah, it's too late. It's too late. That was not a good team, I'm sorry. I tried my best to get the kills, but I mean an IS-4. Not even me capturing C would get the team to win. The elephant in the room are those 2 caps there. And I can't crawl into these 2 caps, sadly, so, eek. Did I get something from this? Yeah, I got a 1st class, so at least that is a consolation prize. Here, I'm not really having a lot of luck tonight, so let me get into the 60 TV again, or maybe not. It's not a good idea, because the room should be up soon. And we are not going to miss any single minute in that one. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to brief you what we're going to be expecting here. So once again, welcome to this extraordinary stream whereby I follow Group 3 in tonight's second Previous Skill Tournament Day 3 on the EU server. This is the final stage tournament format, it's Day 3. Just read that if you can. You know the format at the back of your hand at this moment now, so I'm not going to repeat too much about this. Next we have the qualification format. So what you'll be expecting, if you don't know what the double elimination is for the first 2 days, this is the graphic for that. I'm just going to quickly pass through that, and this is the single elimination format here for each group. The number of cups are displayed as follows. Pause the stream if you want to take a screenshot or something like that. A brief overview. We are pretty much halfway through the previous skill tournaments and 2 more previous skill tournaments to go, and we will know the top 8 on the EU server. And this is the schedule. We have just make notice of the purple tabs. These are the match days, and these are the days where you expect streams to happen. And this is a bracket so far. We're going to be facing Vale versus Win next, and this is going to be an extraordinary matchup. This is going to be a game that you all are looking forward to. So sit back and enjoy, and hopefully my commentary is going to live up to that tightness that we will be witnessing. On the other hand, we have Serenity versus POG. This is also another tight one to follow. POG might be able to make another upset, but we will see if Serenity has what it takes to get into top 8. This is the game that they don't want to lose, and so neither is POG's game to lose as well. So we got some exciting stuff ahead of us, and the finals will be spectacular, I will reassure you. And these are the maps with of the autumn season. We don't have Ghost Factory and Hellas this season though. And altogether we have 22 maps that the teams can play. So without further ado, we'll go into the room now, and it will be Vale versus Win, and they are gradually trickling in. And let me remember to take a light tag, as I continuously forgot to do so on APAC server. So now we're going to be witnessing Win versus Vale on Black Goville, and this is going to be one heck of a fight. And I'm going to go into the room very soon. There are no rewards for watching, unfortunately. But you will be rewarded for these extremely tight games. So let's go and let's go and see. Go and say hello to everyone that is tuning in to the stream. Not as many people as on the APAC stream, but we still have a good amount of people watching, so that's really good to say. Vale versus Win, really tight one. I don't know who to call here, but Win has been on the up lately. They barely lost to Paint Team, and Vale, will they be able to show that they are a competent top 8 team? They will have a lot to do. They will have to pray that winning their groups in the next 3 previous skill tournaments would be enough for them to slip into top 8. But with so much competition out there, and we'll go into the room now, Vale would need to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, into this match tonight. So, looking at the lineup now, we will see Vale going out with triple Type 71, double 60 TP, an AMX 50B, a T100 LT, with Win going for quintuple Type 71 and potentially double TVPs. An interesting choice, I would say. Double TVPs, they can work really well if they work in tandem, and if they are able to unleash the full clip potential. We're talking about 8 shots that could amount to the entire hit point pool of one single tank. So we will see about this. Vale versus Win. I'm just saying they feel better now. Probably seeing the heartbreaking match of me in the ice for very helpless. Me crawling across Oasis palms. What more can you expect? This is going to be exciting nonetheless. So we're just going to double check whether I got the right scoreline, and I definitely do. So let's follow Vale on the south spawn and Win on the north spawn. And let's follow Flamingo in the T100 LC. I believe he is Laro. And we could see a lot of spots very soon, but Win isn't going A to C, so that could also be another type of information. If you are not spotting anywhere near C, that could mean that the enemy team is going mostly into A, or they are just sitting very deep near the spawn. So Vale have two choices to think of, but what do they have in mind here? They actually are sitting very, very deep, and Win actually could get A with impunity. And that might not be a good start for Vale. They will have to make that rotation. Meanwhile, Win will get a good hit point pool lead. No, a good cap point lead. I'm just mixing all the terms at the moment. And they got A. So Vale will now get C, but it's a bit too late now. Unless they could get B or get a reset on A. Not a reset, but recapping A, I mean. And with Vale getting C, that brings Vale just only 1 kill away from flipping the cap point disadvantage they have at the moment. Rambo from North, very aggressive there, receives a hit from the Creatura, or is it Felix that puts a hit into Rambo? I don't know, but a hit is a hit, and hit points are in favor of Vale by more than 1,000 hit points, and Win are pretty much sitting deep, trying to figure out which flank Vale is going to take to rush them out. As you can see on in the bottom left hand corner, the mini map there, Win is really spread out. You have those TVPs, the double TVPs there, potentially to reset B, and also spotting out a flank coming from C. And they have a lot of responsibility on their hands, because if they don't run away quickly enough, they will get destroyed very quickly. On the other hand, you have Rambo from North taking a little bit of hits. Those Type 71s are a little bit slow. So if Vale decides to push A, Win has to make sure they can regroup quickly enough. But now, Win is trying to go into C, and that will spread their team even more. And now I'm worried about Win here. And they are now spotted. They are trying to push onto C, and Vale is going to welcome them there. Unfortunately, they stopped, and maybe they might be trapped here. And I'm not sure if that's the best idea from Win. Vale is now consolidating on C, and Win needs to make a push on these 3 tanks here, very isolated. And that will be led by Mate from North. Mate from North needs to shut down these 3 tanks before the tanks on C are getting shut down quickly. Win doesn't have a lot of hit points. They really need that focus fire in. Shots onto Yuri 12 on the other hand. Vale doing a really good job on C. Win has to hurry up. Max getting absolutely shut down potentially by those TVPs. Gets killed despite a numerical disadvantage. That can be really important here. And Win will try to get Yuri 12 out. Turtle from North is now dead, and it's now 6 versus 4. But Win's focus fire might be a little bit off. Or maybe not. Kuma is going to go down quite soon. La Creatura is going to land that killing shot there. And Alexandra, great shot onto Pyko. And Pyko is going to be the focus here. Win is really struggling now. Pyko is now down to 1 shot, and Mate from North is trying to chase Flamingo here. And a great shot onto Alexandra from Mate from North. Ram was trying to put a shot onto Eagle Chi He. It will be the case. And Rambo's down to 1 shot now. And this first match will go to Vale. Definitely. They have the cap lead, and they also have the guns. And Mate from North last for the standing. It's 1-0 for Vale. Very promising start here. Win. I don't think that was the best idea to rotate like that when they have the cap advantage. At the same time, I think, yeah, that push wasn't really good. It reminds me of King, where they pushed with only 3 tanks into 6 tanks on the city side. Well, King won that match, but only just slightly, and only due to the opposing team having terrible focus fire. But Vale is a really strong clan. You don't want to gamble on their lack of focus fire. And Vale definitely made sure they clear out the tanks on the on that corner quickly enough. And they did. and weren't able to clear out tanks in the middle quickly enough as well. I think also they were unable to focus one tank down first, and that really slowed down their efficiency there. And this really goes to Vale, with Vale showing some strong performance with the positioning and so on. And Win has a lot to do. They really have to read the map carefully. I believe if they take a little bit more time to read the map, they probably won't make that push onto C and force a push from the middle, which I think they're still very spread out at that moment in time. And we will need to see how Vale is going to compete in the next one. It's so far a really strong start for Vale. Oh my god, pain. Oh, hi, thank God. How are you doing? Great to hear that you understand my English. I don't think I'm having the best performance tonight. I'm just stammering a lot tonight, I believe. So it's good that you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully the fluency isn't affecting the commentary a lot, but we will go back up and see Vale north spawn and Win from the south spawn. Vale on and up at the moment, but with what they need to do, they need to consolidate. They need to understand the risk of spreading the team so far out. So now Flamingo is going into A, and they're trying to get a cap lead this time. Win is not doing that, and those double TVPs are there to potentially spot anyone crossing into C. Kill Akuma from North also in that row, and they aren't spotting anything, so that's a signal for them to go into C. And they are doing that exactly. They are giving some information for Vale. Maybe they will make a push because Vale knows someone is on C, and they spotted 4 tanks onto A. Will they make a push now? That could be the big moment for them to do so, and I think they're trying to do that now. Alexandra, really aggressive. They're trying to get both Rambo and Pyko out of the way, and this push is happening at the very right time. I feel so sorry for both Rambo and La Creatura. Those TVPs definitely have to come back and support their teammate as soon as possible. But look at this focus fire now. Oh, Alexandra gets absolutely removed on the battlefield, got annihilated. And Eagle Chihi now trying to brawl with mate from North, and this has descended into pandemonium. Eagle Chihi the focus for Win. I mean, all the tanks are going for different targets, and look at this focus fire. Both teams are really looking at different targets. It's all about the efficiency now, whether they could minimize the number of bounces, and it seems the hit points are still neck and neck. Yori 12, a little bit low. Felix is now down. Now Vale is consolidating. They're trying to get Mate from North here, and that could be important. 5 versus 5. Mate from North, he couldn't land that shot to Eagle Chihi. Now Agile Hippo is in deep trouble. The focus is on there at the moment here. Win is a little bit slow, clearing out tanks on the A side. Agile Hippo not long. Great shot onto Flamingo there, and it's now 3 versus 4. Win with a gun advantage, and they don't have that advantage now, and Win, they're now trying to close in. Great shot onto Flamingo, but Kuma will be the one to go in. Great block from Kuma onto Max. Great shot onto La Creatura, slow down the advances onto Turtle. Hopefully the TVP, the other TVP of Killer from North, will try to close down. The focus on Kuma from North here now. Oh, great shots onto Flamingo here. Can Win grind this Win out? It's going to be really hard, but Kuma can potentially land a shot to La Creatura. Meanwhile, Turtle is reloading. But Kuma has to be really careful. Gets killed by Max Verstappen, and Killer Kuma gets killed by La Creatura. This one would again go to Vale. And Turtle from North unfortunately has to run away. They have 2 caps though, so they could still potentially win this one. But we will have to calculate how long they have to survive in order to win this one, provided that Vale doesn't capture B. We still have around 800 cap points to go. For 5 cap points per 2 seconds of increase, we're talking about 80 seconds left to go for win to win this one. Provided that Veil doesn't get B now. Turtle just needs to stay safe. And hopefully within this minute, or maybe just 80 seconds technically. And now Turtle is spotted, so Turtle might be actually cornered into this area here. Can Win grind his win out? So there are only 130 cap points left to go. And we're on the dying moments, and Max Verstappen! Oh! It's a great shot there from Lakritro, but Max missed that shot. Turtle is running away. Only 100 cap points to go. 100! And Lakritro is trying to get B, but is it going to be enough? Oh no! Oh, that kill could be enough! Turtle lands that killing shot! Only 30 cap points to go! Stay safe, 20 cap points, so that's only like 8 seconds. 8 more seconds, Max needs to land that shell! Oh! What a win from Veil at the dying moments. That kill almost got win the win. The Max Verstappen, within only 8 seconds, is able to land that killing shot onto the TVP, and now this brings the scoreline to a 2-0 victory for Veil so far. This is really close, tantalizingly close, and we are now changing to Fort Despair. Wow, what a match! What an amazing moment there, the final moments of the second match. Wow, that is amazing to watch. So, for Despair now, Veil is on a match point. If they win this one, they are through to the final. Meanwhile, Win might settle for the 3rd place again. If they lose this one. And they have to at least get a 3rd place in order to have the chance to get into the top 32. And I know they are a really good clan. But so far, Veil has been on top of their game tonight. And for Despair, it's going to be a totally different map here. It's leading towards a heavier setup because it's a lot less open than Black Hill Ville, and it's also a lot flatter than Black Hill Ville. But we aren't seeing some major changes, I would say, in terms of the idea they're going for, but we're definitely seeing fewer light tanks. And now Veil going with no light tanks and Win going with only 1 light tank. What are we going to be seeing in this one? This is going to be all or nothing for Win. They have to win this one in order to maintain their position, in order to keep themselves from elimination. So Veil on the red team from the south spawn with Win blue team from the north spawn, and let's actually follow Turtle from north here. He's going to get the spots for Win. And as he goes, light bulbs been lit up, and Turtle from north, quite important in this one, doesn't take a shot while trying spots. So that's a good start for Win. Oh, Yori 12 receives a hit from Killer from North. And Pyko has to be really mindful with being that aggressive, but Yori 12 takes another hit. He's in trouble, but we're doing a great job at bleeding. Oh, and look at Killer from North's position. Potentially can land a lot of shots from the pushing Type 71s. Great shot there. It's all about focus fire now for Win. They really need to get this right. But Veil so far is doing better in the focus fire. Rambo is now quite low, and they're trying to get Yuji out of the way. This 3 vs 3 fight is all about efficiency. I'm not sure what shot Agile Hippo is trying to land in this one. Eagle Chi, he's still alive, but Main from North is going to die very, very soon. And it's going to be the case. It's now 3 vs 1. Obviously, Veil is going to win that corner, so we're going to follow this area on B. Pyko is now quite low. Yori 12 is now quite low as well. It's all about focus fire and whether they're able to take out Phoenix quickly here. But Pyko is also dead. Agile is trying to buy as much time as possible. But is it going to be enough though? We will wait and see. And Kuma is going to land that shell onto a Felix here. Oh, but the killer gets killed here. And it's going to be 6 vs 2. And Win, unfortunately, will not get out of this fight. Turtle down to 1 shot. Great shots on Max, but will be removed by Alexandra. And that leaves Kuma the last person standing, and that seals the fate of Win. They will be going to the 3rd place match, and we will see which clan they're following here. Well done to Vale. That was really impressive stuff, and hopefully they will be able to get into top 8, but this is going to be a really difficult one indeed. Right. So there we go. Vale versus Win. Great job. Good to see Vale giving the thumbs up, or not the thumbs up, but the bro fist to Win. Win not returning the favor, unfortunately, but doesn't matter. It's not like it's a tradition. But Vale, impressive stuff. Impressive games we are seeing tonight. They will certainly be a force to be reckoned with in the final, but we will go back to the lounge and see we have results already here. Really sad for Win. Hopefully they will come back stronger. And already we have results. Legion 3-0 against M1A1S. They are now through to the final. And next we have Serenity still playing against POG. Gravitas is now in the final. TTT versus Charm still playing. ASN are through. U3BPA are through 3-0. So either one of them will drop out of the leaderboard tonight, and we will see which clan it will be. Raid 3-0 against DM. Raid on good form at the moment. APA 3-0 as well. And Nekpa Booty 3-0. Finally, we have endgame 3-0 so far. Okay, so we know some of the finalists here. We're still waiting for the results of Serenity versus POG, but Bill, very impressive tonight. That is an important win against Win. That is going to be an important statement, but Serenity, POG might be in for another upset. Okay, so we're going to play some matches while we wait. And hopefully we have more luck with the games tonight. We'll find out now.
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, we have to push. Now...
We've damaged them.
Brilliant. Let's get the STV one out of the way as well. Nope. Can't do that just yet. Hmm. Nope.
Penetration.
215B, I think you can get this. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, it's a bounce. Just need to land that shell.
Enemy armor is hit.
Yep.
We've lost a track. We're stuck here. Track hit. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Mm.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Nope. These tanks held on really long, I have to say, and that's really good to see. But it's a miss with a bounce. I can't possibly. Oh, fire! And it's been extinguished. No, 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 no.
We're immobilized. Enemy armor destroyed. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Yeah, TVP will get it, I think.
Gotcha.
Yes, that was much better for me. At least it's a win, so that's always nice to say. Always nice to say. And I was rocking in on the hill there. Those enemy medium tanks got a bit too aggressive there. They thought that no one's going there. But I'm not going to give up that hill that easily, because that could give the enemy team so much map control. You don't want to give up that map control, so that's why I go to the hill, and it works out nicely. So, and our team on the town side held for a good amount of time, and the enemy doesn't push promptly enough, so. Right, let's reload the groups. I'm getting really nervous about this, but we will see. Oh, Pink has won 3-0 and Phoenix has won 3-0 as well. Okay, so we got some resets. So it's going to be Pink versus Phoenix in the final. Meanwhile, BPS won against Cash 3-0 as well. So BPS will be against Legion there. Serenity won 3-1 against POG. POG winning at one match, and that's really good to see. That's really good to see because POG has been one of the underdogs this season, and they are showing us what they're capable of. And that match win against Serenity at least. until now, until that match, Serenity has 100% clan rating, and that will reduce their clan rating by a little bit. So that's not going to matter much. Serenity still has a perfect record with the still has almost a perfect record with the clan rating, so that's going to put them at the very top of the pile when it comes to the clan rating, and that will help them if they want to get to the top 8. At the moment, the next objective for Serenity is to win Veil, and Veil, if they win the second place tonight, their chances in the top 8 will be really slim. But at least they will get a chance to compete in the Challengers tournament, where I think they have a really good chance of winning. So hopefully, I mean, you also have that VK 90.01p tag to get, and that's a good tag in my opinion. And then next we have UZ still playing. And Jokes won Crowley 3-1. TDT still playing against Charm, by the way. Group 6, we have Immortal still playing against BTD, PW and Zay, 3-1 against Punisher. Group 7, we know the final result. TQT 3-1 against Oxygen. They are now through to the grand final in Group 8. Group 9, we have Quake 3-1 IMTLS. This is the first team we'll see dropping out of the leaderboard. Wagme 3-1 against Chai Raiders. Will be good news for Wagme if they win their group tonight. That will put them in a good position to challenge the top 8. Next we have Group 10. Group 10 we know that's APA 1, which I didn't write that down, and then Zero GT won against Zenith. Unfortunately, 3-1. Zero GT definitely a team to watch then. Zenith, although an impressive win against Immortals, they succumbed to a defeat against Zero GT. Their hopes in the top 16 still alive, but this is going to be a warning sign for them. They must win Kukto in this case. Ikpa and Booty, we know what happens in Group 12, and it remains to be seen about Group 11. A1M1 still playing against UDQQ. Right, so the only results we're waiting for will be Group 12 UniQQ against A1M1. Immortals versus BTD. Well, Group 5 had to include that. BPS versus... Oh, that's not right. To fix that. Let me reload this one. There is some false information there. We have to double check with the Wargaming's website whether I got everything right. But yes, should be Phoenix. Should be, yeah. Right, we'll reload the website and see if we have results coming in for Group 4 and so on. And we'll update the leaderboard as well as we speak. UZ won 3-2 against O, and O joined Demo in the third place match. So let me update that. Group 5, we have TDT versus Charm. They're still playing. We could see potentially a rematch of Charm versus Jokes, but TDT is not going to make it easy for them. And BTD, amazingly, knocked out Immortals, and definitely Immortals' chances of getting into top 8 are over, sadly. That is an upset. That is an upset that I don't think we have. I don't think we expect. Now Immortals have to fight hard to get a place in the top 32 now. This campaign has gone from bad to worse for them, sadly. I feel really sorry here. I mean, Immortals definitely have a lot of potential. We saw them getting the first place in Group 1 in Blitz Premier Cup, finishing 5th in the end. But they have come... They really fell from grace here, I have to say. I feel really sorry. I hope they will pick back up in the final 2 Proof of Skill tournaments. But this is really sad. I feel really sorry here. And finally, we have UniQQ and A1-1. How did that end? Oh, it ended 3-2 in favor of UniQQ, which means that A1-1 will now fight for the 3rd place. Oh, this is another upset I didn't expect at all. Feel so sorry for A1-1 here. Also, they are fighting for the top 16, if not top 8, and this is definitely a dent in their confidence. And again, very sorry to see this result. So we pretty much have all the finalists except TDT vs Charm, where we are still waiting for the result. And I think, is it Fujit still streaming that? I believe Fujit's still streaming that. And I heard that Immortals only have 6. That could explain why they got the why they had the upset. And potentially Immortals. I don't know. This is really not good. Yeah, it was Fujit that's still streaming that match. I think if you want to follow that, go follow Fujit's stream. Not sure if it's ended already after the stream delay. And it has ended in the 3-2 victory in favor of TDT, and TDT, they still have a chance of securing the first securing a top 8 position. If they win against Jukes tonight, then they have a good chance. And Charm, sadly, have to contend with Crowley for the 3rd place here. Well, this has been a night with a lot of twists and turns. Yeah, I believe Immortals just do not have enough place tonight, as I heard from Avery and Peter. Okay, so let's update the leaderboard now. We now know some clans have dropped out of the leaderboard. So let's begin with Group 1. So it will be Phoenix and Pink in the final. BPS and Legion are in the final. And of course, in our group, Veil and Serenity are in the final. Veil could spoil the party of Serenity tonight. BPS and UZ are in the final. That's the Gravitas team as we speak. Next we have TDT and Jokes, which are in the final. BTD and PWNZ that are in the final. Do I have BTD here? No, I don't think so. Might add them. I don't know. Yeah, we will see if I will add them or not. ASN and U3BPA, as we expected, are in the final. Raid and TQT are in the final. Quick and also Wagby are in the final. AP and Zero GT are in the final. Ekpa and Booty are in the final. And finally, we have Endgame and UniQQ that are in the final. That concludes all the finalists for tonight. And with a click of a button, we now have the new leaderboard here. Not sure why I have the logo of Veil at the bottom. It's going to reload, see if it disappears, and it doesn't disappear. Oh well. So what's going on there? Apparently, Veil has is now ranked 20th. But it's not showing on the leaderboard. Very strange indeed. Not sure why that is happening. Find what is wrong with this. Okay, so that what you're seeing here is the leaderboard so far. So we have a couple of clans dropping out here, but there are still 11 teams which have the same number of cups, and they are BPS, U3 BPA, and another BPS team. So both Spitrannery and Gravitas team have the same number of cups. The Pink team, TDT, Jokes, Raid, Serenity, AP, Endgame, and ASN. Legion, Phoenix, Egpa, Walkby, Zero GT, and TQT are now in the 12th place with 20,864 cups. IMTOS, POG, Veil are not in the top 16 at the moment. So we could see more changes in the leaderboard tonight as we speak. Which also means now, because Jokes and also TTT are in the same group, both of them will drop down. Serenity and also Veil. If Veil wins, they could rise further up the table. If Serenity loses, they would drop out of the table of the leaderboard as well. ASN and also U3 BPA, they are also in the same group, so either one of them will drop out. So at least we will be seeing we will be seeing only 10 teams remaining in the leaderboard. Or am I doing the wrong map? So 9 teams remaining on the leaderboard. I'm so sorry. Only 9 teams remaining on the leaderboard tonight that have the same number of cups, and that number will further decrease tomorrow as the Pro Skill Tournament 3rd series commences. And will we see Serenity facing one of the Giants here? And they don't have their best seeding, so I really wish the best for them tonight. They absolutely need this win in order to stay there. But Veil, great job to them. If they still want to get into the top 8, tonight is the night that they absolutely must do well. So Veil is in the 20th place. The reason why it's not showing up is that Veil is tied with UniQQ in the 20th place as we speak. They have the same number of cups, 20,544. So if I just expand the leaderboard a little bit, it breaks the code definitely. So I'm not going to do that. So yes, so ignore the formatting issue there. Imagine Veil is in the 20th place. So all to play for still. But if we look at if we look at the seeding here so far, the clans that absolutely needs to do very well tonight would be U3 BPA. They are currently seeded second in their group. Both BPS are seeded first in their group, so they still have a lot of chances to go back up if they manage. They still have good seeding to cushion on if they kind of messed up tonight, but hopefully they don't. Pink team there means seeded first, TDT seeded first in their group. Jokes seeded third in their group. So if they win their group tonight, that is going to be very promising for them. They absolutely need to nail though, and they absolutely need every single group win as possible in order to stay, in order to have a good chance of getting into top 8. And Raid first in their group, first seed in the group, Serenity second seed in their group. So also they have to win. APA, Endgame, ASN all seeded first in their group, and if any one of them messes up tonight, they still have chances to go back up to the top 8. Okay, so the room should be out at any moment here. So this is what you will expect from the games of tonight. There's still a lot to play for. And there are also some clans that are trailing behind, like Igpa, Legion Phoenix, that could absolutely get into top 8 if there are more than if less than 8 clans remain with the perfect number of cups tonight. Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting. Endgame, definitely they have to win their group. They have one of the worst clan ratings at the moment here, because yesterday they lost against 110 in the upper bracket final. So they absolutely make sure they have to get the perfect number of cups. We will see if that's the case. We might also see some results in the third place match already. So let me refresh the webpage and see if it's the case here. At the moment they're all still playing. We aren't seeing any 4-0 victories yet, so not quite there yet. And the room invite should be up in any moment now. At any moment now. Ah, forgot to enable the bracket text there, so maybe in a better font. Let's see. Not this one. This one. Hopefully that's quite centered. Yeah, that should be hopefully quite centered, and this font looks nice, I think. Yeah, that looks quite centered to me. Yep, the score, the scoreboard in the game capture scene, in the game scene, it's looking right. Veil versus Serenity. Who will take home the victory tonight? Veil looks very dangerous tonight. It's all about the focus fire here. The Serenity, they show us they can be really good with the pushes and focus fire and whatnot, and they are a team to look out for. Room is up now, so we will go in. And let me grab a light tank as we speak. Sheridan. Yes, and it will be Yukon. Veil versus Serenity. And both teams are now ready. Looking at this lineup here, Serenity going for quintuple Type 71s, 1 Sheridan and a 60 TP. On the other hand, we have Veil going with triple Type 71s, 1 IS4, double 60 TP, and an M60. Yukon is a 4-cap map, but we rarely see teams getting only 1 cap. Actually, was it not? I couldn't remember actually, but there would be a lot of fighting around the northeastern corner. This is going to be the area to look out for. But that is not to say the southwestern corner we could see some fights happening around there, but not as often as the other side. And then you also have the terrain to contend with on the southwestern corner. So what will these two teams bring us here on the table? Remember, it's a best of 7, so the team that wins the first 4 matches will win the fixture. And I have to make sure I don't commit the same mistake as the last previous scale tournament where I thought a 3-0 win would be sufficient. It's not. It's not sufficient. You have to win 4. And yeah, we're just going to wait for a little bit longer. Yukon, it's all about getting the right pushes. I mean, all the maps. It is the case. Veil, Serenity on a bigger push pressure to maintain that #1 spot. Veil also on a mission to get back to where they were. Beating Win is a good sign, but it's by no means a definite sign of them contending for top 8. There are still a lot to play for, and this game will decide. This game will decide whether we'll have Serenity still at #1. Or Veil spoiling the party. Moving up now. Veil on the north spawn with Serenity from the south spawn. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's pull Tacos here, the Sheridan. He is going to get the spots for Serenity, and Veil has no light tanks, so they will not have this advantage with the information war. And Tacos spotting up nothing is still part of the information war. They know that Veil is probably not going to D, and we might see a lot of action around A. I mean, look at this Serenity. I really love this one. Oh, look at this triple tab, but Destiny bounces that shot though. Eagle Chihi get absolutely wrecked, and there is one more shot going in from somewhere. I would say I don't know where, probably from Lego. And that's a great start for Serenity now. Great shot onto Alexandra. They certainly got back the lead with the hit points, despite being at disadvantage because they took a light tank. And the silver could be very important in this fight because he is the pivot for the team. And Tacos has to play it really carefully. He is a Sheridan, he does not have a lot of armor, he has to tread carefully, he does not want to lose his effectiveness. Now, there are these 3 tanks in a lot of pressure. Veil is really pressing the line up, they could get out of positions quite quickly. So what will Serenity do when they're caught out a little bit out of position? That was a big shot from Yuri 12, by the way. And they are really in deep trouble now. Veil is now farming them, and Serenity got D as well. That will give Veil the cap pressure, but still these 3 tanks are not in good position at all. They keep bleeding, and look at Alexandra potentially going to put a shot there. Oh, Alpha, it's absolutely smacked here. Oh, Phoenix is now dropping the ball. He's going to push, but is that a bad push because he's now focused on Serenity, but Alpha gets taken out there, but is quickly dealt with by Lego. This is going to be all about the focus fire, all about efficiency. Them is now dead. Flamingo is now the focus for Serenity. Serenity needs to come in. Now, Tacos has got B. Now pressure's onto Veil to get the kills as soon as possible. And Serenity needs to make sure they have the tanks alive as long as they could. But Veil will still have the numerical advantage here. They got Destiny out of the way. Oh, but Max got absolutely smacked by Lego. It's now all even, 4 versus 4. Hit points neck and neck. There is still a lot to play for, but Lego potentially might be trailing from behind. They're trying to get the silver out, and the silver is out. It's going to be a 4 versus 3. Eagle playing alongside, playing with Tacos. Tacos getting off of the shot. Needs to get a kill. It will be a kill, definitely. But Spitfires is now really low, but Lego blocking him a little bit. Spitfires fluffing their shell. Lego wants to kill Alexandra. Oh, Alexandra's killed, but Spitfires is also killed. 2 versus 2. It's still really close, but Lego bounces. Oh, that is painful, but Serenity, they still have 2 caps to go. La Creature is trying to reload. Lego is now getting Yuri 12 out of the way to focus there now. But that was a big shot onto Tacos from Yuri 12. Oh my god, yeah, Tacos needs to run away. Yuri 12 is almost fully reloaded. Can he run away? Can he avoid getting killed? Oh, that was a great shot onto Yuri 12, but gets killed. Now Lego needs to survive. Oh dear, this is really close. La Creatura could potentially get the entire clip in, but I don't think it will be enough though. Yuri 12, I don't know, this is tantalizingly close. Tantalizingly close. La Creatura gets a hit, but Lego will be killed by La Creatura. The first match goes to Veil. Wow, that was an amazing start for Veil, actually. Not necessarily the best start for them, but they trapped those Type 71s. Lego, despite doing more than 6,000 damage, Serenity really tried to throw everything to the table, but their lack of reaction when those 3 Type 71s are trapped cost them the game, I would say. And Serenity is on an uphill battle at that moment when Veil trapped those Type 71s, so well done to Veil there. First win goes to Veil, and there's still loads to play for. It's going to get really exciting now. Group 3 we're following now. Veil absolutely needed that win, but so is Serenity. Tonight is not the night to drop points. And Veil now going for sectuple Type 71s, but I would argue that the 60 TPs of Veil's team brought them the win here. So I'm not sure removing those 60 TPs might be a good idea with Serenity. The light tank, I like that light tank there, gives the information, but Serenity needs to make sure they get the positioning right. They need to react when tanks get trapped. the way they need to free up tanks in these sorts of situations. And we will go back in on Yukon. Vale on the up at the moment. Let's go. The second match, Vale versus Serenity. And it's good that I cleaned my pop filter. My nose is not feeling as itchy as before, so I believe that kind of worked. Maybe it's because my pop filter had a lot of dust. And with that being clean, that was a lot better now. You can see me not really touching my nose tonight, so that's a good start. In before I jinxed myself. What Tacos is doing here, getting spots up again. Oh, ego. Will Tacos show up? His position. He's going to run away. Can he do so? Tacos is Ego's going to spots. Tacos up! Receive the hit! Oh, manages to get out of the way, but Iguchi gets absolutely smacked, pummeled. And Vale just going for a straight push now. This is going to get really feisty. Not sure if that's the right word for that, but I digress. Vale is now holding here. I'm not sure if that's the best position to hold because there's not a lot of terrain, would say. Let's follow. Yeah, that might be a bump over there, but Spitfires absolutely could do absolute wonders. I would say Flamingo and Max Verstappen will be in a lot of pressure there, but Vale then stopping the push, I think that could be a bad move. The head points are still neck and neck, but now the ball's been dropped. Luck Creature is getting tracked. It's all about focus fire now, but now Flamingo's absolutely smacked. Oh dear. Will Vale get out of this? It's all about the focus fire and all about the efficiency. The first takedown will be Da Silva. Destiny can't flip the shell. Hand bounces one. Oh, it's a bounce though. Oh, Destiny might be in trouble now. Oh no. Oh no. Destiny receives some bounce, but will be killed. 2 tanks out for Serenity already. Flamingo is going to be killed. But damn, doesn't. Oh, it's a bounce. Oh no, Serenity. I don't think they have the best night here. They keep on bouncing shells, and this is costing them the wins here. Dim needs to absolutely initial, and he does actually. Spitfire's in deep trouble now. Removed from the battlefield. There are lots of one-shots actually. 6 versus 4 as we speak. Max Verstappen holding there really well. But Lego, I think, might be looking for a different target. Tacos will get that tank out. Alpha, can he survive for another day? And Alpha needs to land a shell. Oh, put a shell onto. Oh, it's a bounce again. Oh dear, Serenity. Those bounces are really costly. And Dem is really low as well. Oh, another bounce. Serenity definitely not having a good night. They are now pushing onto Dem, and this is going to get really ugly for Serenity. This is not a good match for them. They stopped Vale from pushing, but those bounced. Oh, Alexandra got killed by fire. That could change stuff, but Yori 12 is still really healthy. Can they actually win this one? I really doubt here. But look at this. Lego. Oh. Serenity definitely has a game to forget. This is definitely not the game to ponder about. They really need to forget about this performance very quickly and focus on the next one. They have to win 4 games in a row now. Vale only with 2. Vale now on a 2-0 victory. Serenity needs to wake up because this is not the time to lose. Vale, their chances of getting in the top 8 are still very well alive. But Serenity, absolutely, they might be on tilt. I don't know what happened there, but they could be on tilt. Vale really on a good run. Winter by Novka, so far Veil winning 2-0, and Serenity, they really need to figure something out. It's not because they have bad positioning per se. The bounces are what are costing them the games. They need to sort that out immediately. Veil, they have better shot efficiency. They could penetrate the shells. Although they hesitated on their push a little bit there. Their focus fire is on point in the end, and and they also bounced a couple of shells, which meant that they have better efficiency overall. Veil on and up here. It's all to play for Winter Malinovka. There we go. 20 seconds left to go. Winter Malinovka, we will see both teams. And I thought I didn't get in, but I'm in. Right. Here we go. Veil now 2-0 leading, and Serenity, this is the match they need to turn around. They need to get this one sorted. Let's follow Flamingo here. He's going to get the spots for Veil. Serenity, blue team. Ooh. Flamingo spotted, Taco spotted. But Veil will be going mostly to C. There are some shots on the crossing here. Alexandra takes a hit. And Tacos also takes some hits. And in terms of hit points, Veil will get the lead. But that was a big shot onto Flamingo from Alpha. I'm not sure if that was a blind fire. It will be amazing to see if that's a blind fire, but A will be captured first. So that means Serenity has the cap lead, and the Silver now in an aggressive position, now trying to get Yuri 12 spotted. He doesn't know this one. Oh, but that's a chance for the Silver to put a shot. Oh, that's a bounce. Serenity, they might get pushed. Veil is making this push now. Serenity needs to regroup quickly. Max Verstappen gets a hit, and it's all about focus fire now. Great shot to love Prematura, but Veil absolutely timed the push well. They really timed which one to go first, and that really meant Serenity will have a really hard time to get a focus fire in. And they're going different targets at the moment here. And they're sharing the hit points. I mean, Veil is sharing the hit points as well, but Lego, that was a really costly bounce. Alexandra down to one shot. And La Creatura is now trying to tag Alpha. On the other hand, B is captured by Veil. La Creatura is now dead. Alexandra will be killed potentially. Spitfires lands that shell to Alexandra. In the meantime, middle side, Veil looking to get the Silver out of the way. But great shots onto the Silver from Max Verstappen will be killed by Yuri 12. Max Verstappen killed by Lego, and Serenity prevailing on this area. It's 4 versus 6. This is probably going to be Serenity's game. Alpha is now killed, and Flamingo, it's quite low, actually kills Vabon here. And Flytix is now going to capture B. On the other hand, Eagle Chi, he's down to one shot, and Lego will land that killing blow. This time, I think Serenity bounces spear with shells, and Veil, Veil, I think the push wasn't as good as, well, wasn't as organized as I expected. And that meant that Serenity has a slightly easier time to focus fight, but I can't say they have won this one at the moment. Flamingo has got a Fly6 down to one shot. Lego's still really healthy, and Fly6 definitely needs to land a shell. Yuri 12 can land a bounce! Double tap onto Yuri 12 here. And in terms of caps, Veil still has the lead. And Lego is now reloading. Yuri 12 is now killed by Spitfires. Flamingo is now capturing A. And Tacos gets C as well. Lego will get B. And that means cap points will take in favor of Serenity, and Vale will have a really hard time on getting that back. 2 versus 3, Flamingo will be really important in this situation because he is the light tank. He is going to be the one that gets the information for Vale. Serenity, they absolutely need to make sure those tanks stay alive, but Felix takes a couple of hits. Really not good indeed. The hit points now in huge favor of Serenity now, unless Vale does something unimaginable. I don't think they will get this one here. Felix down to 1 shot now. Flamingo's now spotted. Unless Lego gets ammo racked, which I hope he doesn't. Then it will be Serenity's game. Felix bounces that shot and Lego gets the kill onto Felix, and Serenity gets 1 back. It's 2-1 now, and Spitfires gets Flamingo as well. Definitely it's Serenity's win. Finally, a turn of fortunes for Serenity. After a somewhat disappointing second match, they finally got their first win against Vale. And this is going to be exciting. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. Vale, not the time to go on tilt. There is still a lot to play for, but they still only have 2 more wins to go. Serenity has 3 more wins to go. So, pressure's still on Serenity, but I can imagine the pressure has lowered a little bit for them now. So, 2-1, it's going to be another amazing match for both teams. So, we'll see. Vale going for quintuple type 71s, 1 T100 LT and an M60 with Serenity, quadruple type 71s, double 60 TPs and 1 T100 LTs. Just hoping. Not getting anything. Not getting any pings and so on. Here we are. Vale, Serenity. Vale, Serenity, Winter Maranovka. Is this the turnaround for Serenity, or will Vale continue to dominate them and force a victory for them? I can't stress how important it is for both teams to land a win tonight. As we see from the leaderboard, this could have a huge impact on their placings after 4 previous year tournaments. But pressure is on both teams, more for Serenity as they have more wins to go for. Will Serenity bring this to a tie, or will Vale bring this to a match point? We'll find out now. Vale with fewer hit points than Serenity, on the south spawn with Serenity on the north spawn as the blue team. And we will go up high. So Vale will follow Flamingo again in the T100 LT. Might spot up Tacos also in the T100 LT as we speak. Tacos is up there. Both T100 LTs aren't spotted. The push is working in their favor. Oh, we got a couple of tanks spotted already, but Serenity, those tanks aren't still spotted here. So, could we see Alpha landing a shot? Might be an HE splash. We don't know. Vale hiding the tanks perfectly. So, they aren't dropping any hit points, but I could see that Vale might go into A. But, as we speak, Serenity, that silver is already in C, and Iochihi now receives a hit. I don't know how he didn't get a shot in. Oh, that was a miss there. Onto either Flytix or Vabon. Vabon. No, he's putting back to not putting a shot onto Iochihi. But it seems Vale got the A cap more quickly because there are more tanks capturing that cap. And what will Serenity do in this cap disadvantage situation? But Lego! Oh, that was close. Max could have landed a shot there. But, oh, is this going to be a bad move from Flytix going into B? I don't think that might be a good idea. Vale is prepared for this. But maybe it is actually a good idea, because that will give Serenity the hit point pool lead. Flytics unfortunately is in deep trouble now. Oh, I can't stress enough. That might be a misplay there. That might be a huge misplay, but Veil also dropped some hit points. And we are seeing another reset shell here. Oh, Vabon going quite aggressive. Serenity. Not sure if this is a good call from Vabon, but I digress. If they insist on this move, they must insist, because this is all nothing for them. They finally got B, but at a huge cost actually. But Felix is now in deep trouble. Oh, the first tank down for Veil. Actually, the hit points are still in favor of Veil, but now Serenity might be dominating the other side as well. So this is going really nicely for Serenity, and Veil now will need to take out these two isolated tanks. Flytics now really low. I can't imagine how much pressure they are having at the moment. But Serenity and Veil still toe to toe. Spitfire's 1 versus 1. There's a 2 versus 1 happening right there, and Veil has now moved in to get both Flytics and Vabon out. But they are really trying really hard to get the tanks out in a numerical disadvantage. And Flamingo down to 1 shot. Oh, but Flytics is taken out. Tacos needs to get that tank out. It will be the case. Serenity gradually clearing the tanks near A, and Veil killing the tanks that are near B and C. This is actually really close. But as the hit point suggests, Serenity has a huge advantage here, and they also have a huge cap advantage with getting B. And Alexandra down to a 1 shot. Spitfire is now looking to get that killing shot onto Alexandra. Can't fluff this one, won't fluff the shell, of course. They're going to ignore A for a moment, but that could be costly though, because now Veil has 3 caps. And if Serenity doesn't get the kills out as soon as possible, that could come back and bite them hard. Oh dear, I'm not sure if that's a good gamble to make here. Although they have a lot more hit points, Veil is really close to winning this one. But they got Eagle Cheeky out, and Lucky Assurance now really low. I don't know. This is really close. Alpha can't die. Now, Lucky Assurance is going to be dead, but Yuri 12, important kill there. Both ENC are now getting captured, but Yuri 12 is getting killed here. This gamble worked clearly in favor of Serenity. Now, we are seeing a tie. Serenity bring it to 2-2. It's all square. It's now back to square one now. Veil. That was close. That was again a close one, but I would argue that Veil got a little bit slow when Serenity tries to push Felix. Felix was left there very isolated without much support, and that allowed Serenity to kind of focus that tank quite easily. I would argue that Serenity doesn't have the advantage there, and they managed to kill 2 tanks in that area. Under numerical disadvantage, if you kill 2 tanks in a numerical disadvantage, you know things would go really so quickly for the opposing team. So Veil needs to shore up that defense. It's a little bit leaky at the moment, and Serenity really finds that gap and lands a huge blow to Veil. 2-2 now. Pressure is equivalent for both teams. Not sure if that's the right word, but Veil and Serenity, both teams only need to win 2 more matches and they will get a first place. But who will take the first place tonight? We'll find out. Veil is going for quintuple type 71s, 150B, 121 LT, and Serenity. They are dropping their formula. They're now going for no light tank. Tacos is not playing in light tank anymore, and they're going for quadruple type 71s, double T57 heavy, and 160 TP. Well, thank you for 32 viewers so far. We know that this is going to be a tense one. Veil versus Serenity. Faust. 2-2. All to play for. Who will win? Serenity made a good comeback here. Veil, red team from the north spawn with Serenity, blue team from the south spawn. We'll follow Flamingo again, as we always like to do. He is going to get the spots up for Veil. Fabon, Tacos both spotted, but look at how Tacos is capturing D here. He's going to side screen with this kind of wedge over here, but as we speak, Eagle will get C first. So again, Serenity has the disadvantage with caps. So either they go for A or B, but do you think they can get B? I doubt. Really, I doubt. A also a bit tricky to get. You have Veil now sitting deep near the spawn. They really don't have to do much. They just have to welcome a push from Serenity. And Serenity, they have to figure out how to do this one. This is going to be really tricky for them. But we might see more pressure coming in from Veil. They'll be looking to get A as well. Now the ball's dropped. Will Serenity make a counter push? Now the Silver is going to get there. I'm not sure if they're going to get there in time. Yuri 12 will stop the Silver from trying to get A. Oh, I don't think that would be a good idea for Flamingo to go out of A though. Veil could absolutely take A. And the Silver going very aggressive over the slope now. Ball has really been dropped. And Spitfire's up that area. Oh, Tacos now looking to get A. Will be tricky to get, but not impossible in my opinion. But Luckily sure gets hit. Oh, Eagle-Chi gets hit. Lego, very important here, gets the crossfire for Serenity, but really isolated, I would say. Also, a very slow tank too, but Eagle-Chi is also slow. So Lego probably knows that it's okay for him to get isolated, but now hit points in favor of Serenity. Veil needs to stop dropping unnecessary hit points before Serenity is able to make use of the advantage to push onto Veil. Veil, not the time to go until. This is not the time to panic. They're now holding back, and there are 2 tanks near C now. Lego would know this information, would now know 2 tanks near C, so that also means he can't go alone. Because you don't want to be in a 1 vs 2 situation after all, especially with a 60 GP, especially against 200 LT. You definitely don't want to 1 vs 1 that pesky little quick tank. But now Tacos dropped the ball on A. He's trying to get A. Could work, but Max is going to... Oh, no repair kit. Oh, triple tapped. And the hit point's now back in favor of Veil. That attempt surely didn't work. And it's all back to square one now. That didn't work at all. And we are seeing Spitfires quite aggressive. And will Lego land a shell? He's hoping that Veil will get careless. But you know, Veil is a really good team. They're not letting Serenity to do that. So I mean, Flamingo also there, hoping to see Lego turning, looking the other way. But as we speak, we have 3 capital increase for 2 seconds, so there is still a lot of time. Spitfires takes a hit. Now Veil has more than 1,000 hit points of advantage, and that is going to go really, really well for Veil. Spitfires takes another hit, and this is going really tense. Oh no, Spitfire is taking more hits. This is not going good. Oh no, Spitfire's gonna get B, but at what cost? At what cost will Spitfire has to pay for getting B? That will convince Veil to push, but that was a reset shell from Eagle-Chi onto Spitfires. He's trying to side scrape. Eagle-Chi gets absolutely smacked, trying to reset B. Serenity gets B, but Flamingo is going to be a nuisance there. Oh, but Spitfires bounces that shell, and we are seeing shots going in from everywhere. This is going to be tough. Serenity, can they bring this one to the table? The Silver is now dead, but look at this. They are very spread out. Serenity's very spread out at the moment. The creature is now under the focus fire of Alpha, gets killed. Tacos also killed. Oh, Alexandra, great kill there. This is now 5 vs 5, all to play for B. It's now trying to be captured by Flamingo. Felix kills Spitfires, but Flamingo ignores me entirely. Oh, great kill from Lego onto Ego Cheeky now, and Felix, great shot onto Alpha to focus on Alpha. Alpha in deep trouble. Oh, great kill from Max onto Alpha. Lego climbing up slowly, trying to get Max out of the way, but it's a 4 versus 3 situation. And with the light tank of Flamingo going to get B, I think they're trying to get the last ditch effort to kill Max, and it does get. Oh, Felix bounces onto Flight. He's all about shielding now. Lego needs a shield. Oh, it's a bounce from Felix. Lego can't flop this one. Surely he has to pad this one. It's a kill, important kill right there. But Flamingo getting all the caps here. Yuri 12 getting A as well. Vale getting all 4 caps. This is going to be really tough. I think Vale gets this one. This is really tense after all. Flamingo spots up Flytix and kills Flytix. This is going to be in favor of Vale. Vale brings this one to 3-2. Lego, the last person standing. Vale gets this one. Well done to Vale. Wow. What a game we're having tonight. Vale throwing everything onto the table. Well done on spotting Serenity, catching Serenity in tough positions, and only one more win to go for Vale. If they win this one, they will get the first place. And Serenity, okay, this is going to be really, really tough for them. If they lose this one, they will not get the first place. They will drop down the leaderboard. But as we speak, let's see the results of other teams. Oh, other groups. Pink wins against Phoenix 4-0. BPS 4-0 against Legion. The Gravitas against UZ. And we're waiting for this, and it's 4-0 there. Jokes and TTT, they're still playing. Could go to a tiebreaker here, I would say. PWNZ against BTD, a 4-0 victory for them. ASN against U3BPA and in favor of U3BPA. Raid against TQT. TQT lost to Raid 4-1. And Quake versus Wakabi ends in favor of Quake 4-0. APA against 0GT, 4-0 for them. Igpa against Booty, 4-0 for Igpa. And finally, Endgame against UDQQ will end in favor of Endgame 4-0. Okay, so at the moment, we only have to wait for the results of TTT versus Jokes and Vale versus Serenity. These two matches are so important. I can't emphasize how much it means to them both. So we go back in with Vale currently leading 3-2, and it's going to be Serenity that needs to do exceptionally well in order to win this one. Vale really, really close. It's spoiling the party now. I am really excited, really nervous to see how this pans out. And for Bingo in the T100 LT, hello everyone. In the chat so far, ooh, nice one. Nice cap from Vale, look at this. A Lambda shield from Ego and Flamingo, and that means, oh, Vale will get a cap lead, and Alpha gets a shot from Vale. The Silver's trying to go into this bush, trying to spot anyone trying to get B, but no one's going there exactly. Tries to push shots if Vale's going to push, but Felix is going to be really important there. Right now, seeing Vale has the cap lead. So once again, Serenity needs to do a lot of stuff to get information for the Vale. All they need to do is to hide and not do anything stupid. At the moment, Vale is not making it easy for Serenity to shoot at. And this is the difference between a really good between a top 8 team and, well, that's not say a top team, but a team that might be in the challenges. Let's say it's how they conserve hit points. But Serenity absolutely, Alpha takes a 9 hit, absolutely can't shoot. Well, let's forget about what I was trying to say. The Silver's trying to go into B, but it's going to meet with a lot of resistance from Vale. But Lagridge is going to be shot at by a lot. And it's now trying to go straight into D now. This is going to be a really aggressive move from the Silver. Can he put this off? But there is still the rest of Serenity's very far behind. Disasters waiting to happen, I have to say. But Yugochi gets shot at as well. Spitfires is there to support the Silver, but the Silvers get shot by Max Verstappen. But both tanks bouncing. This is really tight. I would say who will prevail? I don't know. Anyone's game to be honest with you. But now Serenity gets 3 cap. This is going to pile up a lot of pressure to Vale now. Hip was in favor of Serenity at the moment, and Serenity, those 3 tanks are now trapped. They will need to get to safety. Potentially we will see Vale having 4 tanks rushing onto 3. Are they ready? Are they absolutely ready? Vabon will need to go down to support Lego, and this is what we're talking about. It's all about focus fire now. Ego, it's going to be a focus for Serenity, but Da Silva is looking for Alexandra, and Tacos now shooting from behind. Absolutely huge hit point advantage going for Serenity, but look at the hit point pushing for Vale. Absolutely crucial, I would say. But Tacos there, really getting those shots from behind. Really getting those kills there. Now Vale has 3 tanks out of the way. The Silver is killed. It's now 4 versus 5. Serenity can't afford to lose more tanks. Igoshi down to a 1-shot. Valve losing a lot of hit points. Leg is still really full, really healthy there. But Serenity still with 3 caps. Unless Serenity loses all tanks here, this is going to be Serenity's game. Felix is there. Oh, that was an important bounce, but will be killed by fly takes. But Bond down to a 1-shot now. 3 versus 5. Serenity very close, very close. Unless we see a miracle happening around here. Yori 12 killed. Eagle Shihi down to a 1-shot. Tackles. Kills Eagle Shihi. That gives Serenity the win. Serenity getting those 3 caps are so important. And Vale unable to consolidate a really streamlined push on D. I think that this organization right there is the difference for Vale. If Vale is able to get that organization sorted out, I think they could actually get the win. But as we speak, Serenity, the positioning is really good and really huge calls made on Serenity's side. Some high risk calls that worked out in their favor. And I can't stress how important equal damage spread is. They have 6 tanks doing more than 2k with only around 700 hit damage of difference, and this goes on to show these 6 tanks are so important in the game. Not to say that Alpha is not important, but very good to see if clans are really if the players are really putting damage into the enemies, and this is going to be the decider. It's going to be either Vale or Serenity, and we will see Jokes versus TDT. And do we have a result? It's either Jokes. Jokes has won TDT 4-2, meaning TDT will drop out of the leaderboard and Jokes will remain in the first place. Congratulations to Jokes. And that means we still have 10 teams at the 9 teams at the first place. We lost TDT, ASN tonight. We also lost IMTLS early on. And will we see Serenity dropping out the top 8? This is going to decide the fate of these two teams. Vale absolutely needed that win. Serenity absolutely needed that win. you can argue that Veil needs that win the most, because currently they are very low down the leaderboard. But Serenity at the same time, they don't have the best seeding in the world. They have to get the wins, get the group wins as many as they could. But this is it. This is the game. This is the game where we know whether Serenity will get first place, whether Veil will jump into the top 16. Flamingo will get A. And that's going to be a good start again for Veil. Veil loves to get those cap leads. And to make sure the scoreboard is showing up correctly. It's showing up correctly. Tarkus, interesting position there. Going straight into B with impunity. For I can sense that Serenity makes this move with a lot of caution and a lot of risk. And look at what Veil is doing. He's going to go back and rotate. I have a bad feeling about Tarkus could get absolutely decimated. The Veil is not quick enough to rotate backwards. So B is captured. The pressure is now onto Veil. 10 cap points per 2 seconds of increase. What we are talking about is around 80 seconds for Veil to react. Or maybe a little bit more than that. Let's say a minute and a half for Veil to react before they absolutely need to rotate. But as we speak, Veil is now pushing the lineup really far forward. La Criatura is now... Oh, no, I think we are seeing a push coming in now. Serenity, are they ready? C is going to be descending into Anarchy very, very soon. But look at Veil crossing to C. Takes a lot of hits for doing that, but Flytix in deep, deep trouble now. I don't think he's well supported. This is going to be a bad omen for Flytix. Can Flytix survive for long enough? That's the question here. But Serenity at the moment really not trying to get tanks out of the way. They're now trying to push onto Felix and also Yori 12, but Flytix focus on for 5 tanks, 4 tanks I would say. Now removed. This is not good news for Serenity. Yori 12 will be the focus. These 2 tanks of Veil need to stay alive as long as they could. Okay, they do so. Serenity still has the cap lead, but not the hit points. In terms of hit points, they are trailing behind. They're trailing a little bit behind. Veil now coming in en masse. Felix is now dead, and the hit points are still in favor of Veil at the moment here. 1 versus 1 of Tarkus versus Flamingo, but Tarkus bounces that. Eagle Chi is now dead, but Flamingo also bounces into Tarkus here. Serenity still has 2 caps at the moment. This is still really close to call, but Tarkus needs to win this 1 versus 1 fight. Flamingo, great shot to Tarkus. Tarkus cannot bounce this one, cannot afford to bounce this one. Now down to 1 shot. 1 more shot to go. Serenity now prevailing. I don't know. Flamingo down. The Silver down. Alexandra 1 shot. Football needs to land a shell. Can't bounce. He can't bounce. No, he's dead. Spitfires can't bounce. Oh, it's a bounce. It's so close. But it's Veil that's getting all the kills right now. Lego's still really healthy at the moment, but Spitfires, oh no, this could still go which way. But Yori 12 needs to get a bounce. He doesn't get a bounce. Lego needs to stay alive. Tacos needs to run away and stay safe. Serenity at this moment in time, 50 more cap points to go. 10 more seconds to go. 10 more seconds, and Serenity will win. Can Serenity do it? Serenity does it! 1,000 cap points! What a win! Serenity almost lost this one. With those bounces there, against those 1 shots of Veil. Veil. Commiserations. I am really sorry that happened in the end. Serenity. That was really, really intense. I love to see this stuff. This is really great to watch. Oh my god. Veil almost got this one at the end of the game. At the end of the day, I mean, at the dying stages of the game, Veil got the important kills. It wasn't enough though. They weren't able to reduce their cap deficit. And if Veil is able to go toe-to-toe with Serenity in terms of caps. I wonder how this game could have panned out differently. Wow. Vale, very impressive stuff from Vale, but unfortunately they won't be winning the group tonight. Very sorry to hear about this. I really want to see Vale in the top 8, but the seeding wasn't going in favor of Vale. Sadly, they have to play against some of the best teams on the EU server. Serenity, hopefully this is going to be the games they have to review back on, and they really need to make sure they have to be at the top of the game if they want to secure a spot in the top 8. They got the win in the end, but it was really by a very tiny little margin. Serenity, well done. Vale, well done. Both teams, really huge well done. I hope Wargaming sees this and, you know, give some credit to Vale tonight. They are absolutely fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. Serenity also played their hearts out tonight. Both teams got my stamp of approval. Well done to them both. But as we speak, this is going to be the end of tonight. Gosh. Wow. What a game. What an end. Hi, Fujit. Oof. Great to see you here, Fujit. How are you doing, Fujit? Hopefully your games are also as exciting as I expect, because your games, I mean, Jokes ended winning 4-2. I assume those games are also quite close too. Right, as we wait, okay, Win versus POG. Win wins 4-2 against POG. So they will get the 3rd place again. Meanwhile, Group 4, we have Gravitas against... okay, we know that. Oh, Crowley won against Charm, sadly. So that means Serenity will remain in the 1st place tonight, and we will actually update the leaderboard quickly. Let me just update these things. Immortals lost to Punisher 2-4. Sadly, Immortals might be the end of the road for them, but then I mean, this is a huge casualty that I don't think anyone is expecting tonight. But that being said, though, because they don't have the full team, I would pretty much not deduct them with power rating. So you would see them still probably in the top 8 with power rating. But because it's not a representative, those are not representative games. I won't be giving deductions for them. Okay, APA. And then Right, hopefully I'll get the grabs. Oh, that was close. All right, so these are okay. So on the screen now, you'll be seeing the final results. So what it means now is that in Group 1, Pink, Group 1, the order of the clans are Pink, Pink, Phoenix, Prof, and TRMNT. Group 2, BPS, Legion, Cash, and M1A1S. Group 3, Serenity, Veil, Win, and POG. Group 4, Gravitas, Gravitas, U, Z, Demo, and O. No. Gravitas, UZ, O, and Demo. Group 5, Jokes, TDT, Crowley, and Charm. Group 6, PWZ, BTD, Punisher, and also Immortals. Group 7, we have U3, BPA, ASN, Huggy, and also Ego. Group 8, Raid, TQT, GM, Oxygen. Group 9, we have Quick, Walkby, Chai Raiders, and IMTOS, and Group 10, we have APA, Zero GT, Zenith, and Hookto. Finally, Group 11, Ekpa, Booty, Jesus, and Synergy. Finally, Group 12, Endgame, UniQQ, A1N1, and RZC. Okay, so now the leaderboard. The leaderboard will be shown, will be updated very quickly. So let me go and check. Okay, now we will have leaderboard. We will see the leaderboard now. GG's. Okay, now the leaderboard has been updated. Unfortunately, there will be okay. Unfortunately, again, we have a tie with the 20th place, so it wasn't showing here. It isn't showing here, but it will be IMTOS, PWNZ, tied with 20, and also POG, tied with 20,648 cups. Not sure why it's. I mean, it's a bit weird. Well, probably we'll fix this one later. Well, anyway, there are only 9 teams remaining with the same number of cups, 21,692, APA Jokes, BPS, Pink, Endgame Raid, BPS, Serenity, and UPBPA, 10th place, ASN, Egpa, and TTT, 13th, Quick, and then finally, Zero GT, Walk, BTKT, Phoenix, LGN, tied with 20,864 cups. Prof in 19th place. So that's it for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed my stream, and we'll be back 2 days after as I follow the Apex server, and thereafter 2 days after, I think. 3rd day of Free Skill tournaments on the EU server. More exciting games coming up. So this has been me, Warren's Helper, and I'll see you all very soon, very soon. Goodbye.